Promotions. We are here for Nerd Rage this week.
That's right. I'm so excited to talk about everything that came out of D23.
D23, technically the last weekend. So we did have to pre-record because this lovely lady she is in LA, but she is running an amazing event for Summer's War.
Yeah, esports tournament, America's Cup. Woo.
Woot woot.
Yep.
I am in Atlanta, Georgia right now, like timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. I'm actually over in Atlanta at Dragon Con, so hopefully...
Most likely drunk.
Most likely 100% drunk at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Well, let's get that started right now with a little drinky drew. Cheers. Cheers to you. Clinkies. All right, so much has already come out. Right now it's technically Saturday.
Yes.
But so much has come out for D23, and we have to talk about all of it.
Yes.
This is the amazing thing about Disney owning Marvel and like doing all this Marvel stuff, because little girl Ruth Ann has everything in one tight little gorgeous package. Because we still have all like the Disney stuff and
also,
all that.
I feel like we've pretty much gotten confirmation that it's probably going to be good.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. They're doing it right.
Yes,
they are.
I feel like on a good track, guys. And
we are. They got the Star Wars. They're doing fantastic. And now the Marvel movies have all been fantastic. And now Disney Plus. And of course, like, it's funny too, because I feel like one of our first episodes a year or two ago, we were discussing how we weren't on board for more streaming services.
Yeah, it was like, it was CBS All Access, where I was like,
oh yeah, that turned like too much.
Not enough there to convince me to get that app.
But Disney,
I'm
1,000%. Especially like what they projected it was going to cost was like $7-8 a month.
It was like, I think, wasn't it less than Netflix?
Yeah, it's 100% less than Netflix. It's like between like Crunchyroll and Netflix. I'm like, yeah, that's a median I can hit.
That's
1,000%.
They did their market research well.
Yes, they did. They done good.
So the first thing that we're going to talk about then, of course, is what is all a buzz is the Mandalorian trailer.
Yes. I still have the trepidation with everything I see from the Star Wars.
The Star
Wars. Ever since the prequels, I have a little trepidation about everything that comes out. But dag, does that look good.
Oh my gosh, so you guys, it is hitting November 12th.
I know.
8 episodes. And if you've seen the trailer,
it's so soon.
It literally has everyone.
It has everything that you want
in it. It has Giancarlo Esposito, as you guys might recognize from Breaking Bad and other things that he's been in since then, and everything you see him in, you're like, holy shit, Breaking Bad. But yes, and then also directed by Jon Favreau, who is quickly becoming the next James Cameron, because, oh my god, everything he does is amazing.
Yes.
We've got Carl Weathers, Gina Carano, Taika Waititi.
Yes.
Like, literally, everything you
wanted, everything you have had in the MCU universe, just in one delicious little package.
Yes.
So stoked.
And if you watch the trailer, you see that obviously the Empire's been brought down, because you see like all the Stormtrooper helmets and stuff like that are just like in wreckage. But like, but they're still there.
Oh, they're
still there. They have the Death Troopers, guys. The Death Troopers come into play, and you're like,
Death Troopers.
Oh, apparently they survived,
and apparently they don't miss.
Yeah, and and they're sneaky. They're not like Stormtroopers dressed in white. They're like stealthy shit. They're in there, guys.
They're Stormtrooper ninjas. Is what they are.
I feel like under the direction of Giancarlo Esposito, we've got some worthy competition coming.
I just want him. I want the man. I don't want him ever to take off the mask. I don't want to know his name. I don't want any of that shit. I don't want it.
And I hope they don't. And
I
honestly,
really hope they don't.
Okay, and so this is the thing. Like, I feel like, a lot of people have been very hot and cold on, like, Boba Fett. Like, and, like, who is Boba Fett? Like, because he really didn't succeed in his mission.
He's like,
some people
you're the worst bounty hunter I've ever seen. But you have heard, you're the worst bounty hunter I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
Yes.
So, I love the obsession with Boba Fett. So first of all, a lot of people, and this one included, does not like to talk about the holiday special.
Nope.
The Star Wars holiday special, which that is actually the first introduction ever of Boba Fett in a cartoon form.
Of course.
But that is where he came from, guys. Sorry.
But also, like, even his backstory, like when they did, I was uninterested.
Oh, however, in the prequels when they did the whole...
prequels, yeah.
No, I there's nothing better than mystery. Just leave it as a mystery.
Which is great because this is not Boba Fett. This is another Mandalorian.
Yes.
So, which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
It's
Just
awesome.
step away because they fucked it up in the prequels.
Perfect move.
Just walk away from Boba Fett for a minute. Just
not touching it.
Yeah, like moving on.
Yeah.
There's other bounty hunters. We got it.
Yep. And I'm just so excited for this, and I'm so excited because Jon Favreau's in charge. So okay, we got a pro. We've got
a pro nerd.
Yes.
That's what's important. And he is passionate and he loves this shit. Like, that's what's important
and
to
I'm
me.
hoping if, like, Taika Waititi's involved that we get some humor.
Oh, you best believe it.
Oh! Like,
Fuck off,
I'm
ghost.
so excited. Yes. And I'm very excited to see, like, the carbonite. There's, like, an alien frozen in carbonite. So, this is a practice that's been going on. And you see the unrest of, like, everybody after the war's been won because there's nobody in charge. After Luke has, been successful, everything's in chaos. Like, what happens now? And it's just so great. Like, it's so meaty. Let's go. Exactly. Like, I'm so in for this. So.
And you know what? At the end of the day, what I had to remind myself this morning when I rewatched the trailer is, you know what? All that matters is I still have the originals. That's all that matters. Like, if it doesn't go well, I'd be like, what's this? It just gets deleted. Like,
That's
no more
right.
of that. But from the teaser trailer, I'm super excited.
Me too. So, yeah, that's 2
Much
thumbs up
excited.
from us on that one.
Yes.
So, next, okay, we have so many things to go
Yes.
through. Okay, so next we have She-Hulk.
Hulk.
She-Hulk. Okay, we don't know much about She-Hulk.
I am excited. I was a bit of a bitch nerd at Trader Joe's. This was like a few weeks ago because I have a She-Hulk t-shirt that I wear. And this guy was like, oh, She-Hulk, is that like the lady bird? And I was like, she's been around for a while in the read a comic. Like, I was not that mean, but I was just like, yeah, she's been around for a while.
Okay, but also it's your job to educate, Ruthann. Like, people don't know.
I know that's what I was very gentle, but I was still like, how do you... I know they're at Trader Joe's they need to compliment a certain thing on your outfit or whatever, but I was like,
Yes.
oh, it's in the comics. It's been around for...
That's your time to shine.
I know, like...
That is... Yeah.
I
where
try
you're
not to just, like, whip out my big old nerd, like, out the gate, but, like...
Yes.
You should know that She-Hulk has been around for a minute.
So She-Hulk apparently is the niece of Hulk?
Yes.
Niece. And so she is like the Avengers Endgame Hulk, where she retains her personality and her ability to speak and her intelligence and everything else. And so, that's just a little bit of background on She-Hulk.
And she just swole AF. Yes. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be exciting. Don't know who's cast yet. I don't believe.
It will be interesting to see that.
Mm-hmm.
If they... Oh, God. I would love it if they went with, like, somebody who's actually, like... an MMA fighter chick and they just
Absolutely.
and just added more, through CGI
great.
versus like choosing somebody who's like a stick figure and then adding like CGI to that.
And you know what this makes me think of, which is amazing by the way, is that Disney Plus is actually so there's like a whole bunch of series that were put on Netflix, obviously, through Marvel, which was Punisher was one of them and Daredevil and everything else. But Punisher was done I believe, as all the articles we've read have called, like a backdoor kind of a series where they introduce the character in a main series first, and then they give them their own series, right? And so they kind of like link them all together. And I believe She-Hulk is kind of that type of situation, which leads me to believe that Disney Plus is completely willing to be like, oh, you like this character? Here you go. Yeah, right. And they're literally just tossing series at us, which is amazing. And I hope they're all done right. But like one of those other ones was Moon Knight.
Yes.
And so that announcement came hand in hand with She-Hulk. And we don't know really much about Moon Knight at this point. Maybe we do at this point. I don't know. A week has gone by.
Yeah, a week has gone by since we recorded this. So yes, sorry, we're behind the times.
But the Moon Knight thing was very similar, where that is also a character that is going to be backdoored, kind of, and just... That sounds weird. Backdoored.
But, I wasn't going to say it, but...
But anyway, so they're going to create a whole new series on Moon Knight, which everyone is super excited about, according to my feed.
Yeah.
So everyone was like,
my feed blew up
like
Moon
everyone...
Moon Knight. I'm like,
yes.
Who the fuck is Moon Knight?
Google?
Yeah, Google.
Who is Moon Knight?
I'm like, thank you. Paper.
Yes, but Moon Knight is apparently what did we find out it was in Egypt? He is on an archaeological dig, somewhat similar to Indiana Jones, and he dies and is...
I kind of think of it more of the Mummy type style. Of
like a Mummy / Indiana Jones type thing, where he is brought to life, the god Khonshu.
Yes.
Khonshu. And comes back with powers. Obviously.
Obviously, as one does when you're brought back from the dead.
When you die on an ancient archaeological site and the followers lift up your body and, as one does.
There's some mystical shit that happens. You get some powers. That's
right.
What happens.
So, actually, I think that's going to be really great. If they do it right, I'm like,
and they have been doing so many things right. The thing that Marvel has gotten so right about all this, Marvel / Disney, has been getting so right with all these superhero stuff is that they're so good at riding that line of staying very true to the content, giving it just a little edge of keeping it current. Because a lot of stuff that was written, if you look at Iron Man, if you look at that, all these characters were actually from... 50 years ago, so bring it to current, and they also do a great thing of keeping the humor and the the realism very balanced because
it's very modern.
It's very modern, and and you have to have the humor, you have to have the sad, you have to have the action, you have to have these people that will still step back and look and laugh at this because it's so crazy because it's superheroes, and they do that right, and I feel like DC, that's where they have been failing horribly. Their animation has been fantastic, and most of their TV has been great too, but that's the thing that they've missing of getting that balance of the humor, the fun, the...
Absolutely. And it kind of has to have that because, if you think about it, the names that these characters were given way back when...
Laserface!
I know. It's just so generic and so, just basically, blankly descriptive. Spider-Man. You know? And it's
well, even they did well, in the X-Men stuff of just being we're gonna call you Professor X. They kind of they make fun of it coming up, and you have to because A, it was from a very different time, and B, it is ridiculous.
It is.
But we can have fun with it. And it's very interesting the line between corny, cheesy lines between awesome lines because they can come together and they can be brilliant. Unlike lines what happens to toads when they get hit by lightning? The same thing as everything else. No, that's not... That fits in neither of those categories. Just delete that.
Everything else.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
All right. So moving on. So I just love the announcements of different actors who are coming back or coming to. So the one that everybody was like, oh my God, Kit Harington. He hasn't worked in forever, and we're like.
He hasn't worked since the end of Game of Thrones.
Which was in 2019.
2 months ago.
To be fair, it aired 2 months ago. I'm sure he filmed it a year ago.
But it's
still.
All right. It's not like he's making a great comeback here.
Yeah, it's
we literally just saw him and stuff. And then we heard that he went to rehab because he didn't know what to do with his life after Game of Thrones ended.
You're married.
Okay. Okay. Well, here you go. Now you're part of the Eternals. So,
which we were talking about Angelina Jolie is also part of, and that's one thing we talked about a few weeks ago. That we're
not on board.
We love her. I'm very tired of seeing tiny, skinny people playing superheroes.
Yeah. We already talked about this.
We did. We won't
backtrack. We're not gonna dredge this skeleton back up.
Just to kind of skip ahead on the things that we listed here. So the other things that were of casting choices. Or people coming back. First of all, Obi-Wan.
Ewan McGregor.
We knew that.
They made that announcement, but that announcement was
3 weeks ago.
We literally talked about that on our last Nerd Rage.
Now it's going to be 3 weeks ago from this Nerd Rage.
We're
we knew that? It's weird. It's so weird to see people posting me oh my God, he's coming back. I had no idea.
Okay. Well, they're clearly not up on things.
Or on the internet ever.
Or on the internet. So, which, by the way, I find, there was an amazing number of comments, from articles we were I haven't been on social media in a while. And I'm first of all,
that's your job.
Yeah, that's your job. You're writing articles about this stuff. And number two, they're but I still get alerts on my phone about important news. And I'm thinking,
isn't this important for your... So it is funny because all these announcements, it's still technically summertime, and I feel like some people are like, oh, well, I've been on summer. I'm like, okay, nobody's been on summer vacation.
It's on summer vacation except children who are in school.
Since between your junior and senior year of high school, you have not been on summer vacation. I'm sorry.
Vacation for adults.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm like, even in college, like, right? No, there's no summer vacation.
There's no summer vacation. You come home.
Yeah,
and
you're
like,
off, but you have to work and stuff.
Yeah, you probably work a part-time job when you're in college so that you can make some money to go out and do anything because you ain't on your parents' like walls anymore. So I don't know. Anyway, tangent. Total tangent. So, but yeah, you're right because Ewan McGregor was announced. Donald Glover,
which. Yes, Donald Glover, that had not been announced before, but I kind of assumed that if they were going on with doing prequel type stuff.
Played the part.
Oh, he was so great.
Literally, they were like, oh, everyone's coming back as themselves. Like, like literally, there's been no casting changes whatsoever. So, you know, if you've got Tom Hiddleston playing Loki still, like in his own series, and if you've got Hawkeye being played by...
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. And I really loved how they really like dug in the movies for the Endgame to show that there is going to be a time period that Loki has the stone. I mean, it gets back into the timeline eventually, but how he could be doing shit for however long he wants to do shit because he's fucking Loki, and I'm on board. I'm on board.
So yeah, I think the fact that, you know, they announced Donald Glover as, you know, a young Lando again, I was like, okay, great. Like, as it should be.
Yes, as it should be. And I am happy about that because there were a lot of critics that were very against him.
Like in the first place?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people. And I do understand it because, like, Lando Calrissian played by, why am I blanking on his name right now? The original Lando Calrissian is just, he's so suave. He's such a man's man. And like,
the cool side of the pillow. Is
the cool side of the pillow.
From Family
Guy, yeah. But
welcome to the cool side of the pillow.
Donald Glover, like, the reason that people had issues is because he's Childish Gambino, but like most people saw him as kind of this nebbishy nerd character. But I felt like he did really well being like...
He did great.
He's like kind of suave and like, my capes, like, you know, like all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad he's back.
Me too.
I, again, will be very trepidatious about anything Star Wars related.
Until it's proven.
Until I watch it.
Some of these are bound to be, like, hit or miss. Like, honestly, like, you can't... Like, everything sounds amazing. I'm sure there's going to be some that are that just miss the mark completely.
Always. So. I mean, and I'm fine with that as long as we're still getting our nerdy content. That's fine by me.
So...
let's talk about Miss Marvel also, because she is getting her, not only is she getting her like own little series and all that kind of stuff, and I love Brie Larson so much as her. I know you don't like her as much as I do. I like her. I also loved, this now technically happened a week and a half ago for those who are watching now, but she basically just wanted to get the nerd boys so enraged. And she did this great Instagram post about her holding
Stormbringer, or was it
Mjolnir? Yeah. Okay. And just being like, see, like, told you I could hold it, and like, or told you I could wield it, or whatever. And everybody was like, ah! Like, nerd fanboy rage!
Easy to get you guys
so riled up. I love it.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm not gonna say, like, that doesn't happen to me or you, but like, I mean, come on. Like, don't you recognize, like, a ploy when you see one? Jeez.
But it's specific. It's the toxic masculine
absolutely.
Like thing that's so easy to like.
And they fall right into
explosion
it every time.
And it's very fun to laugh at you. All of the toxic masculine like fanboy nerds. Like, sorry.
So is she gonna be in the series, or is it somebody else? It is her.
No.
I think it's somebody else.
No, it's 100% somebody else. I don't remember her name, and it'll take too long to search it right now. But yes, she looks fantastic. I'm super stoked.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a whole new casting, whole new thing.
Well, then it's great, because I wasn't really that crazy about it anyway.
I know.
So I'll be on board for that. Yep, I win.
I win! I win! So the other thing, so we've mentioned everything about Disney Plus. Now, here's the catcher that nobody's been really talking about yet about Disney Plus. So unlike any of the other streaming services, this is only going to be once a week. It's not going to drop a season and binge watch. It's going to be like network TV all over again.
Yep.
It's going to drop, and then we have to wait a week for every single one of these series.
Honestly,
every single one. I forgot Muppets.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So here's the thing, though, is that I am actually okay with that because Hulu actually does that with like The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
So it is a weekly thing, and honestly,
CBS
I don't have time.
Star Trek.
So normally I don't watch things a week at a time. Like literally, the only time I have is Sunday nights, I think, and I cannot fit everything into a Sunday night. So it ends up building up anyway. So I feel like if it's once a week, it'll probably build up for me anyway, and I'll be able to binge watch it at the end.
Well, and what I do like about it also in that same way is that I do miss that excitement because, like, for you kids out there who are before TiVo or any of that stuff, like, you had to watch it.
You had to watch the commercials
when it happened. Like, you had your one chance to watch it, and then maybe catch it on reruns.
Yep.
Like, that was it, guys. I know that's hard to believe.
Well, not only that, but like commercials were saved for like going to the bathroom.
Yes.
Getting your snacks.
Yes.
Like all
refilling your drinks.
Yes. Everything.
All you had.
You had that planned out.
Go. Yeah, just like, get your shit, do this, do that.
All right. All right. We're ready.
That was, but there was some magic about like there was a certain time that you had to watch it, and so like we will 100% be live tweeting as depending on when stuff lands. Shit, I was like 100% we'll do it. And I was like, we have so much stuff we do. But the same way we did Star Trek Discovery, aka me begrudgingly for the first season, like, why is this happening? But yes,
I'll leave that to you. You can do that.
Yeah. Disney
okay.
Plus.
But so the one last thing
we
do want to talk about, which is like something that is near and dear to Ruth Ann's heart.
There's gonna be a new series for Muppets, and I'm so excited!
Yes,
guys.
And I don't know if anybody watched the last one that they had on. I did too, and I
really
loved it.
And
it
especially
was super edgy. And it was great.
It was so great.
It was basically like it was almost like a
30 Rock.
30 Rock with Muppets.
The Muppets.
Yeah,
so
it was
so
like, good. Miss Piggy had a very successful talk show, and it was about everything around it that happened.
And they had gotten
Booking
divorced.
Your guests. Yeah, they got divorced. Oh, it was so adult.
It was so adult. It was so
amazing.
Good.
Loved
and I
it.
think the last because they were revving up for a whole new season, and like the last season before they got canceled, they actually had a whole new showrunner who really got it and was like nailing it, and it was too little, too late, and I was so mad because it was so good.
It was really good. I miss it.
I miss it too.
I really do miss it.
It was so good.
It was. So, do we know anything about this new Muppets, or just that it's
all they announced is that it's happening? I mean, again, we're a week late for all of you guys. Sorry, but they announced that it's happening. It's going to be like a smaller series. It's not. They don't plan for it to go longer.
It's not ongoing or anything like that.
I'm still so excited. There's no.
I really hope that they take into consideration what happened last time and they follow that format, because to me, it was almost like watching a behind the scenes of the original Muppet Show.
Yes.
And that was what was so cool about it.
But it was like of the original Muppet Show, but present time.
Present times, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, like the producing of it and everything, it was really cool.
So, love it. I'm really excited about that. So we are both on board for Disney Plus.
Yep, that's right. So I don't know if anything else has come out since then.
Since we talked. I mean, we'll be talking and tweeting and taking pictures and videos everywhere
Feel free
we're
to
at.
leave comments, because if there is something new, we'll totally respond to comments. And, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
And next week when we come back, we'll have both seen It. The second one of It, and I have so much excitement for this.
So if you guys don't know, there's an It carnival experience.
Yeah.
It's a carnival experience on, I believe it's Hollywood and Vine, which friends of ours put up and do an experiential company called Experiential Supply. And they've been working very hard on it. They're the guys who put together all of my booths that I have for Summoners War. And they do a lot of stuff that Marcus did at Paramount. And so a lot of experiences they've done. They're super pros, and I love them dearly. And if you can, go get tickets to go to the It experience, because...
have you gone yet?
I have not. They told me whenever you want to come on by, and we'll go.
Will you wait for me, and can I go
I will wait for you.
I appreciate you. Because I want to go.
And it's a carnival experience. It's not just like a haunted house like they did last time for the first one. It is a legit, like, I don't know how they managed it. I'm sure
money.
It sucked up a lot of their time. But yeah, so go see that if you can. And then go watch the movie.
Yes, and so next week we'll be back with that. Same bat time, same bat channel. And guys, thank you again for joining us. And of course, I'm at DragonCon, so if you're there, come find me and say hi. And unfortunately, the tickets sold out 20 minutes into...
Can't see me.
Can't see her.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Bye.